Welcome, everybody. I am thrilled that you are here on the Mary Hyatt Facebook Live show. And for those of you who maybe don't know me, maybe this is your first time on the show, sorry for the intro. It's usually a little bit more professional than that, but sometimes you have printer problems, and it is what it is. But like I said, my name is Mary Hyatt. I am your show host, and I am a life coach, a entrepreneur, and a presidential diamond with doTERRA essential oils. And my heart, the reason I do this Facebook Live show every Wednesday at 1 o'clock is because I really have a passion for helping women wake up, find their voice, and become just fully alive. And so I talk a lot about body, because as women, obviously, that's something that's very strong for us and our insecurities about that. I talk about authenticity, vulnerability, and just basically anything that helps to contribute to your best self. So without further ado, let's start the show. So there has been so much hype right now going on, given the fact that it's January 3rd and everybody on social media, Instagram, Facebook, everybody is starting to set their goals. They're starting to create New Year's resolutions. And I feel like a lot of the people that I've talked to, myself included, there's all this pressure because we're seeing our friends, our clients, our relatives, kind of stepping out and saying, okay, well, this is the year that I'm going to do this, and I'm doing all these different things. And I don't know about you, but I have felt an enormous amount of pressure to get my butt in gear already. I need to know what I'm going to do. I need to make it happen. I'm already behind. I am already feeling like, oh my gosh, I got to really, get dialed in here. And everybody's kind of talking about this new year, new you. 2018 is going to be the year where you're finally thinner. You're finally taking care of yourself. You finally lost those 10 pounds. You finally got your eating on track. You're going to look better. You're going to look younger. And there's all these ads just pumping at us 24/7. I was getting my nails done the other day, and every other commercial was a weight loss commercial. Join for free and lose your first 15 pounds for free, and Nutrisystem and the delivery of food, and it's everywhere right now. This concept of it is the time to lose the weight. It is the time to have a better body, to have a better life, all these different things. And what's interesting to me is that according to Static Brain, the top 10 overall New Year's resolutions for 2017, the top one, 21% of people wanted to lose weight and have healthier eating. Okay, the second below that, literally half the percentage, was life and self-improvements. And then the third out of that 10 was making better financial decisions. Okay, and that is only, 8.5%, which is just kind of crazy to me that so much more percentage is allowed or allocated towards losing weight. That is our number one concern as Americans. Our number one concern. And it wasn't just from that poll. It was all different kinds of polls. And people are kind of treating 2018, the month of January, companies call it the second Christmas, because people spend so much money on activewear, on footwear, on gym memberships, on diet plans, diet books. The amount of income that's coming in for companies is outrageous. My sister Megan Miller, who some of you I know already know, she co-hosts a podcast with my dad, Michael Hyatt, called Lead to Win. And she said, fitness clubs actually bank on our failure. NPR reported on one chain that they had 6,500 members per location that joined in January, and they only had room for 300. Just think about that for a second. It's like an airline kind of overselling the flight, overbooking the flight in a mass scale, because they don't have to worry about not having enough space or not having enough room. That people aren't going to show up. Gyms purposefully oversell their capacity with year-long contracts. They get you to sign up for a year up front, knowing that most of us are going to get distracted, we're going to lose interest, and eventually some of that shame kind of begins to wear off. And what's interesting also, and you kind of probably already know this because I'm guarantee you're part of this statistic, that only 8% of people actually successfully complete their New Year's resolutions that they set out to do. And honestly, just a couple weeks usually. Like the lifespan of a resolution is just a couple weeks. And I want to know, give me a little feedback in the comments below, if you have ever set a resolution that you did not follow through with. I think this is going to be everybody, okay? But if this is you, I want you to type in a number 1 in the comments below and just admit it. Like, yes, I set a resolution. I didn't follow through. It was like last year. I was like, I'm going to learn Spanish this year, and I didn't. I learned some new vocabulary words, but I'm totally part of that statistic. And I think what's hard is that everybody seems to sort of jump on this bandwagon. They buy into the hype. And whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, for me, I've had to start unfollowing people because there's all these before and after photos. There are all these pictures of, the 1% of people who are perfectly fit and, have these abs of steel. And everybody's basically saying, you can have this body too. This can be you in 2018. And we've made it easy with apps and food plans and exercise plans. And this is your year. But they are banking on your failure. It's New Year's resolutions. It's basically taking the diet culture, which we've talked a lot about on the show, and biggie-sizing it with more shame and with more of the promise that this is going to be the year that you can actually make the difference. Full on knowing that it actually is designed to fail. It's commerce, it's industry, and the diet culture, the diet industry is created for failure. The more you fail, the more they can sell to you. There would be no diet industry if you loved and accepted your body. There would be no diet industry if you had a healthy way of relating to food. It only exists because of our dysfunction and that it's fed by them, that we're supposed to look a certain way, be a certain way. And ultimately, to me, what I see is that every time somebody says, okay, you need to start a New Year's resolution, their job is to make sure that you know several things about yourself. Number 1, their job is to make sure that you are flawed. Their job is to make sure that you know that you're not enough. Their job is to make sure that you are broken. And lastly, resolutions, their job is to make sure that you leave feeling like you need to be fixed. And what happens is, you can kind of guess. What happens is that this is where shame starts to creep in big time. We start thinking to ourselves, oh my God, I feel horrible. I see all these happy people on social media. They're setting goals. I'm seeing this before and after, this influx of before and after photos. And we think, oh my God, okay, I got to fix this. My body's not good enough. And oh my God, I'm too fat and I'm too ugly and this is wrong and that's wrong and I got to go run and fix this. And we start seeking out the solution. We get on Google, we research gym, we research, 2018 best diet. We start eliminating foods. We start going back into that cycle where we want hyper control to fix ourselves. I mean, it's like out of all of this media, it feeds us self-hatred. And from self-hatred, the feeling of hating ourselves so much, they're banking on that we get motivated to try to fix ourselves and buy something. Or, I don't know, I know there's several of you that might feel this way, that instead of like going and running to find the solution, it just shuts you down. And you start spiraling, you start going into depression, you are like hard and fast going down, feeling like a total loser, feeling like there's no hope, feeling all of that hopelessness, and feeling like everybody else has a clear picture of what they want to do and a jump start on their year, and you failed 2017, you're definitely going to fail 2018, and it's crazy. And this is the point of New Year's resolutions. And let me just say, this is why I hate them. Because let's be honest, what is different about today than 2 weeks ago? Why didn't you start a New Year's resolution 2 weeks ago? Why didn't you start a New Year's resolution 3 months ago? It's just a date on the calendar. The reason why there's so much hype is because our media, consumerism, capitalism, has created a buying opportunity for New Year's. Like, they know they're going to sell way more activewear, footwear, gym memberships, whatever, if they can make so much commotion around starting the new year off right and all of this, that you feel so terrible about yourself that you'll do anything to not feel that way for another year. And I just want to say, like, y'all, this is a day just like any other day. This is just another day. And I'm not saying that wanting to have some change in your life is a bad thing. I love working on becoming the best version of myself. I love deepening my self-care. I love deepening my love. I love taking care of my body lovingly. I love getting excited about what it has the capacity to do. And I think the key here, this is the key, and I want to just say, it's not about, hey, don't set goals, because I think it's wonderful to have clarity. I think it's wonderful to have direction. But we really have to understand what is driving this desire and need to create resolutions. What is the driving force, the root cause that outside of the hype and the pressure, so we're not succumbing to what's being fed to us and all of these weight loss ads, we have to begin, if we want to make lifelong, lasting change, we're going to have to look at this different. And we can do that in 4 different ways. And so for me, the first way to kind of move it out of reaction, move it out of shame, move it out of, I have to do this, I should do this, everybody else is doing it, is like catching yourself. So the first way is to understand your intention for wanting to lose weight. Now, you may say, hey, I don't want to lose weight. I'm not dealing with this. So you can insert whatever you want to here, whether that is make more money, whether that is have a better relationship with your person, whatever that looks like. Understand the intention behind why it is that you're feeling this right now. Because I guarantee you, if you are on social media right now, and especially as it relates to your body and food, your motivation, your intention behind wanting to lose weight or making this change is going to be motivated by shame, motivated by pressure. You might be thinking in your head, I'm not lovable unless I lose 15 pounds this year. I'm not lovable unless I make more money this year. I'm not lovable. I'm not enough if I can't figure out a way to make my, arm, whatever this is, go away, or if whatever the need is to change. It's like there is a deeper root oftentimes that's being fed to us through media that's signaling you're flawed, you're broken, you're not okay, you need fixing. And so when we're motivated out of that place, it's like it's just destined for failure, because shame isn't a very good long-term motivator. It doesn't feel good. And ultimately, as humans, we want to feel good. And so if we keep beating ourselves into submission, if we keep thinking to ourselves, well, if I can just do this year and this is going to be the year, we're not going to keep up with it. We're not going to keep going. And like I said, these kinds of New Year's resolutions that are fed out of shame and pressure are designed to fail. They're designed for you to buy something, and not a great long-term solution. So if we're really going to create long-term change so that we can be in our most aligned, healthy place, the second way we have to look at this is to decide how you want to feel instead. So instead of going, I have to do this because it's New Year's and I need to lose 15 pounds and all these different things, I always tell my coaching clients, I say, how do you want to feel? Like if you think about 2018 and you think about your overall general year, how is it that you want to feel? What's the primary emotion that you want to experience in 2018? Another question, another way that I might ask this is, my greatest desire is to feel blank. Maybe it's to feel more energetic. Maybe it's to feel more at peace. Maybe it's to feel more confident in your own skin. Like, what is it that you're really after? All of us are after the feelings that we think our goals are going to give us, not the goal itself. We're after the feeling. So how do you want to feel in 2018? So we have to decide, as we're looking at this, okay, how do I want to feel? Do I want to feel more, actually maybe answer that actually. For all of you who are on, I'm just looking at my phone to see what your comments are. Go ahead and list out, how do you want to feel? Comment below, how do you want to feel in 2018? I want to hear from you because I'm going to use that throughout our time. And this is important. The action will not get you what you want. So we all think, okay, if I just go to the gym 5 times a week, then I'll get what I want. Or if I just get on this diet, I will get what I want. Signing up for the gym, committing yourself to a new diet does not equal success and is not going to last. When it's motivated from that place of shame and pressure and buying into the fact that we are broken. Abigene, you said alive again. That's how you want to feel. I love that. And the reason that action isn't sufficient is because there is some deep-seated beliefs below that can cause a lot of self-sabotaging inside. So your thoughts, your beliefs really drive your actions. So if you believe that you are broken, you're not going to act in your own best interest. If you believe that you are flawed and that you are disgusting and that you are ugly and that you are someone who is always going to struggle, that you are someone who isn't one of those lucky people or good-looking people or successful people, it doesn't matter what you do, that thought process will sabotage you in the end. And so action isn't the answer. I always tell people, like, in my coaching clients, I say, we're not going to focus on any of the action stuff. We're going to focus on what's up here. Because when you can shift this, then you are going to feel different and then you're going to take different action. You can't start at the action. It's not about having more willpower or anything like that, which is just, oh my God, it's just crazy. Whitney, you said joyful, awake, love. Cheryl, you said more vibrant and alive. Melissa, you said goddessy. Oh, I love that. Brittany, you said that you want to feel healthy spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Sherry, more energy for sure. Ruby, you said proud of myself. Yeah, I love that. And so let me just be really clear on this, that only from a place where you feel safe in your own skin, when there is a sense of rest and trust, can you begin to release and let go of anything that's not serving you. Anytime that you are in a physical state of holding on, of grasping, of shame, of fear, of doubt, you can't physically force it. You can't work it out. You can't starve it out. The body is way more intelligent than any of those right actions that we take. When your body's in a state of fear and shame and just under that cloak, whether you are completely stressed out and you're overworking yourself, your body knows that. And so it's going to hold on. It's not going to release. If you are in relationship stress, if you are under financial stress, your body's in survival mode and it's not going to release. If you don't feel safe either because of previous trauma or current trauma or abuse, your body's going to be in survival mode and it's not going to release. Your body holds on to weight for a variety of reasons, not to mention just the beauty of body diversity. We're not all meant to be the same size at all. There are so many shapes and sizes and body types. We're not all made to be a size 2. I will never be a size 2, ever. I don't care what I would do. It will not happen. And so if that's my intention or goal, God, so much set up for failure. But no resolution, New Year's resolution, can beat your body into submission enough to change. Long-term, long-lasting. Everything is contracted. Everything is tight. Everything is grasping, controlling, clenching. And so it's like your body goes into complete survival mode. And it cannot rest, feel at ease, relax. And I'm not even saying the solution is losing weight at all. Let me just be real clear about that. I'm very clear on that. But our body, when it's in that state of lockdown, no amount of dieting, no amount of working out can beat your body into another state. And so, we're going to hear, though, every diet is going to tell you otherwise. Well, if you just eat this amount of calories, if you just portion control, if you just do this, if you just eat healthy, if you just get on the Whole30, there's so many crazy diets right now. It's like, weight loss, giving up this one food in 2018 will help you shed the pounds, or these hot diet trends could keep your weight loss goals on track. This food app, this is going to help you do it. We see all kinds of different ads, Whole30, Weight Watchers telling us that we can lose all of this weight. All these ads right now, Planet Fitness, Target, it's everywhere basically telling you, hey, no, but you can do it. You can do it. And I'm here to tell you that the only way to feel better and to create more of what it is that you want to feel, whether that be energy or joy or love or vibrant, feeling more alive, that can only come from one thing, and that is to love more. So the third way that I believe that you really can create that lasting change is to move towards more love. We have to surrender and trust that love will guide us exactly where we're supposed to be. It will help us remember what is really true. When we move towards more love, it helps us to remember how lovable we already are. That we can't earn our lovability by losing weight, by buying new clothes, by changing our hair, by whitening our teeth, by having bigger muscles, smaller thighs. Nothing that we do, no resolution can earn us the ability to be more lovable. That our lovability isn't on the line to earn or to lose. That you are lovable just because you breathe. And so as we move into more love, towards more love, it breaks the chains of shame in a really powerful, big way. Our fears that we are not worthy enough, our fears that something has to be fixed before we can be loved. It basically sidesteps all of our judgments and reminds us of our true identity, that we are already lovable and that there is nothing that we can do to earn more love or lose the love that we have. And I love this quote by Robert Holden. He says, "The self you judge is not the real self. The self you love is the real you." Now, I know that sounds a little simple and cliche and, I don't know, airy-fairy or surfacey or whatever. But let me just promise you, this is hard and it's deep work. I mean, to come back to love is, to me, the solution to all of our problems. To come back towards love, to see ourselves not from our judgments, which is just an illusion. It's not true. So when we look in the mirror and we see all the things that are wrong with us, those are just judgments. That's what we're projecting onto our being, onto ourselves. It's actually not true. It's just a projection. And so when we move towards more of that beautiful love, it is a remembering of who we already are, of our true identity, that we are lovable just because we breathe. And so, as I know, just give me a little hands up, give me a little heart, give me some thumbs up. And I want to know, like, who, I was going to say who in the room, but you guys aren't in the room. Who on the computer feels lovable? Like, give me a heart, give me a thumb up, give me a, shout out if you already feel that way. Like, nobody's going to give me that. None of us feel that way. We are taught how to judge ourselves, how to see all of our shortcomings. We are taught how to look in the mirror and pick ourselves apart. We are taught how to look at other women and compare ourselves against them. We are taught that the only way we will have real love is if we look a certain way. The only way we can be successful is if we look a certain way. The only way that we will get what we want is if we look a certain way. That's what we're taught. We aren't taught how to love ourselves. But you cannot make yourself more lovable. I will repeat that a million times. And we believe what it is that we think. Like, my dad mentioned this quote today. He said, don't believe everything that you think. So if you look in the mirror and you think, oh my God, my breasts aren't perky enough, or my hair is too straight or too curly, I have too much cellulite, my teeth need to be whiter, my hair is flat, my stomach is too flabby. Just because we believe it does not make it true. Just because we believe it does not make it true. These are just the judgments. It feels real when we look in the mirror, but it's not true. Judgments, your judgments about yourself are not truth. Okay, so the goal is not even to approve of our bodies and to say like, yay, like everything is perfect. The goal is to accept it, to see ourselves without the judgments, and to love our bodies. And this quote, I shared it with you guys before, but I keep coming back to it, is when you love something, you wish it goodness. When you hate something, you wish to annihilate it. Change happens not by hatred, but by love. Change happens when you understand what you want to change so deeply that there is no reason to do anything but act in your own best interest. From that beautiful place of love, then we can enter into our best selves. We act on our own best interests, our most aligned self, our most true, authentic, healthy selves. And I just want to remind you, even if you don't believe this quite yet, it is possible. It is possible to look at yourself in the mirror and not hate yourself. It is possible to look at your body and offer it love. It is possible to quiet that body bully that is in your head, and instead of filling your mind with abuse and hatred, filling it with love. It is possible to find peace around food. It is possible to never diet again without fear that you're going to gain weight. It's possible. It's possible to look at yourself in the mirror and smile. It's possible to start out a new year without believing and thinking that you need to lose weight. It is possible to feel more love than hatred towards yourself. It is possible. I have experienced this in my own life. This is what I coach on. This is what I teach on. It is possible. And so what if 2018, instead of the year of resolutions, of fixing what's broken, what if 2018 was the year that you decided to move towards more love for yourself? I mean, wouldn't that just be revolutionary? I just feel like that would just be so incredibly powerful. And so if you're like, yes, let me do this, I want to like enter into this revolution of loving myself more in 2018. Throw up some hearts, y'all. I got to see these hearts. I want to see if this is something that you guys are feeling and identifying with. That feels like that could give you some sense of freedom and peace around your food and your body. Yes, I'm loving these hearts. You guys are awesome. Yes, Sherry, love always wins. It does. And I want to invite you to a webinar that I'm doing because a lot of people have been asking me, how do I love myself? Like, okay, yes, I want to love myself. I give myself permission to believe it's possible. So where do I begin? How do I start? So I was thinking about that. And so I created a webinar because it's a little bit longer, not longer, but just more intense content than what would be in a Facebook Live. So I created a webinar that I'm going to be having on January 17th called The 6 Steps to Finally Loving Your Body in 2018. So it's 2 weeks from today, Wednesday, January 17th. And you can register now, maryhyatt.com/webinar. I'm doing it twice. So I'm doing it at 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock that day, Central Time. January 17th, which is 2 weeks from today. But this is going to be my best stuff. All that I have learned, all that I have painstakingly gone through to figure out, okay, how do we really love our bodies and really come to a place of more love and acceptance. So I want to invite you to that. So maryhyatt.com/webinar to register for that. It's up above in the description of the video, so you can click on that link. But it's possible with all the inadequacy that's in our lives, all of the fear, all of the beliefs that we are, not lovable. I believe that stems from the neuroses that we believe that we are not enough. And that's what I love to do. I love to help women realize that we already are enough. So I'm going to teach you how to do that on this webinar. But the last way to create this change, okay, this congruent, energetic, beautiful, loving 2018 is to be able to ask yourself, now that we've figured out how we want to feel, now that we've looked at, we got to move towards more love, are there any loving things I'd like to add into this new year that would help me feel more alive, more joy, more love, more proud of myself, more healthy spiritually, emotionally, physically, more vibrant, more alive? Is there anything that I would like to add into my life, any actions that would help me to feel more of that energy and feel more of that love? Are there any, I kind of think of like really beautiful, nurturing ways when we're acting out of a place of love and our own best interest, that we want the best for ourselves because we deserve the best. What are some ways that we can lovingly take care of ourselves from that place versus a place of shame, of fear, of pressure, of shoulds? How can we do that? So I kind of came up with a few ideas, although I would love to hear yours. Like, what are some loving things that you can add to your list for this year that would nurture and care for yourself? So I said, eat. So simple, but eat. And that helps to heal your metabolism. So often we are wanting to do the opposite, starve ourselves, portion control, all these things. Give yourself permission this year to eat. To just lovingly eat and listen to your body and what it needs. Sleep a lot, take naps, get good adequate sleep. Eat when you're hungry. Say no to things that you hate doing. Say yes to things that sound fun. Take supplements to help support healthy cells. Use your essential oils to help support your body and your emotional state. Breathe deeply. Stretch. Move your body in a way that feels good, not in a way that feels like you should. When you have that energy, drink a lot more water, try new foods, get out in the sunshine, put plants in your house. If you guys have seen my Instagram, y'all know that I freaking love plants and they are all over my house. And to have something that's living and breathing in your house does a lot for your mental state. It is powerful. Get some plants. Go see a therapist. I've got an appointment with a therapist this week, as a matter of fact, too, because I'm trying out new therapists. So by the end of this week, I will have a therapist for 2018, which I'm really excited about. Get some energy work done, a massage, acupuncture. It doesn't even have to be anything that costs money. But see how out of this space of love, you can lovingly take care of yourself more in 2018 versus having one more thing on your list to do, one more thing that you go, I got to lose weight this year, got to go on this diet, got to do this, got to do this. What if you approach this year from a space of love? And I am going to teach you how to do that, which I'm excited about 2 weeks from today at my webinar. So please register for the 6 steps to finally loving your body in 2018. And again, there's 2 times, 1 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central, maryhyatt.com/webinar. But if we are going to create lasting change, we have to understand our intention behind our New Year's resolutions. What's motivating you to feel like you have to get on a diet or go to the gym or change things? It's probably shame and fear. If it is, we need to create a new feeling. How do you want to feel in 2018? Your greatest desire is what? Is to feel what? The third way is to move towards more love. And then to finally create a list of loving things that you can do to yourself, with yourself, for yourself, that will enhance that love, remind you of your lovability, and really nurture and take care of yourself while you're acting out of your own best interest from a place of love and not hate. Aberdeen, you said that you want to hike and be in nature more. I love that. Giving yourself permission to take time off and spend more time in your church, outside. Yeah, totally. Rejuvenation rituals, Melissa said. Exactly. Like, what can you do that's loving? That is my encouragement to you as you're seeing all these ads coming up. Unfollow the people that are triggering you and really settle into more love. And I hope that you will join me for that really special webinar so I can really assist you this year in approaching your body and food in a more loving way that's going to give you more freedom so that you don't have to be in this state of fear, of doubting yourself, of hatred and abuse and shutdown. Like, let's scratch that off for 2018 and let's move into a space where there's more peace around yourself, around your body, and around food. So y'all, thank you for being with me today. Thanks for hanging out with me while I had my printer troubles. And I will see you on January 17th. Don't forget to register so that you can get the link, and I will see y'all then. And just to remember that the purpose of life is to be grateful, to be great, and to be full. I will see y'all on January 17th.